Alright, welcome to another episode of Breathtaking Things and Fishing. Now let me show you how I roast or singe my sea urchins before I go fishing for permit. Now here's my sea urchin. I dig these a couple of days ago and I put them in the freezer. I realized I'm putting them in the freezer immediately upon retrieving them from the sea. They keep the sea urchins in a good condition. So I just took down these from out of the freezer and I have them here on one sheet of newspaper. And I have my little rocks and two pieces of wood to stop the paper from blowing away. Now what you do not want to do, you don't want to roast them for too long, alright? You just really want to just give them as soon as they start to change the color, you know, get a little darkness to it or a little brownness, you would stop from roasting. So I always start with at least 2 sheets of newspaper. So I simply just put it down over my sea urchins. I prop them up with rocks so the newspaper wouldn't blow away. I have my matches. This screwdriver always come in handy, you know. Sometimes because I'm dealing with fire, I don't want to put my hand too close to the fire, so sometimes if the paper starts to blow up, I could rest the screwdriver on it. So I would light, and obviously sometimes with the wind blowing it might take a little time. So there I have it. So now my sea urchins are starting to roast. Remember, I just don't want to roast them for too long. You see the newspaper, it burns very quick. And as the paper burns off, I can see, you know, whether or not the urchins whether they have started to roast as yet. What I would do, if it doesn't look like it has roasted long enough for me, I would add the newspaper to soup. So what I'm going to do now, I just need to add 2 more. Yes, this is on fire, so you have to be careful. So I add 2 more newspapers. Yes, and I think about 1 more should do the trick for me. Alright, so that should be it. Now obviously, because I'm dealing with the newspaper, some of them they're roasted a lot more than others. I don't quite mind that. Alright, so they're just about finished. So I'm just going to choose a couple, one that looks to me that has been roasted well versus one that is not so well roasted. Alright, so I'm not sure if you can see the different color. This one here has been roasted, you know, well, and this one not so much. I don't mind. Normally now what I would do is I would place 1 of each on the hook, because the longer you roast them, the quicker the inside would wash out, and this one would stay on the hook. This one is a bit fresher, it would stay on the hook a lot longer. Alright, so I normally will put 1 and 1. Alright, and you can see the one that is well roasted. While you roast it, you can see it has the juices running out of it. That's why I roast my sea urchins. It brings a sweet smell. Notice that the one that has not been well roasted, there's not much juice coming out of it. So the one that's roasted, you can see all the liquid is coming out, and that liquid goes in the ocean, and the smell, it brings the permit to your line. All right, thank you. Yeah, so I'm just here setting up my tackle again for the permit fishing. Have my 3 ounce sinker, putting it on 25-pound nylon. Have my 6/0 J hook, tying my Here's my 3-ounce sinker, my 6-0 J hook. I'm going to tie my uni knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. I have my sliding sinker, 3-ounce with my J hook. Yes, you see me here using a scissors just to cut off some of the sharp spikes on the sea urchin. You know how I like my sea urchins. I like one well roasted. The other one is not so roasted, but that's how I like it. 1-on-1. I thread it through the eye. Yep. Second one. Going through the middle as well.
All right.
Yes, here I'm ready for my fishing my permit. Here's my setup, my 3-ounce sinker on 25-pound nylon. I have on my J hook 2 roasted sea urchins. I'm ready to go. Permit bite. Breathtaking scenes out fishing. Yeah. Permit bite. Yeah, keep my line there. So don't touch the rock. Permit bite. I'm here at a new location, right? So anytime you're at a new location, you're not really sure how to, which side to bring the fish. So that's what's happening right now. First time I'm working a fish from this angle. So I want to make sure that I'm working it correct. Bring it where I want to bring it. That's always the challenge in fishing, especially raw fishing. Now the person line is hooked up with mine. So that's proving to be another challenge as well. Got the lines tangled. Let's hope the fish don't get off. Can't untangle. I'm gonna keep the tension up on the front there. Alright. Shoot. My fish like it's gone. She's on. So what would you get? My fish gone. This? I don't know. Alright. My fish get ready. Let's go on your line. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking for a big one today. A massive permit. That's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for a big permit. Let's see what happens. Have a permit bite. Feels like a good fella. Let's see if I can bring him back down. Woohoo! He bite and he ran far. Let's see if I can bring down this permit fish. Looks like a great bite. Let's see if I can bring him back down now. back down now. Breathtaking scenes and fishing. Just crossed my rod. And you're still heading going up through the sea. Going up to the sea fairly far. Let's see if I have the skill now to bring him back down. With a good permit bite, he's still fighting. Try my best to bring him down. Here's the difficult part now. There's a somewhat of a road down here that I must try to get down. So it's like a fairly difficult road to get down. But I'll try my best. All the while trying to keep the tight on the permit. How to be fairly cautious there. I think I'm down now. Let's see if I can work him here and bring him in. Still giving me some trouble. He's still fairly far up through the sea. He's giving me a good fight. A very good fight this permit is giving me. Trying my best to bring him down. Going from left to right. Getting near to some rocks here again. No, I just caught a 19-pound permit. And as I reviewed the footage, could you believe the most exciting part when I was about to land the fish? My camera fell out of position and I didn't capture that moment. And you know, at breathtaking scenes and fishing, it's all about capturing that moment. So here I have my simulation of what had really happened, right? So this is my fish, my 19-pound fish that was going behind the rock, and I have my rod set up. So just stay tuned, you know, for what had happened when I was working that fish. All right, so this is exactly how it went down. So I had the fish and it went around the rock, and the fish was like, I mean, I really don't know how a fish sound, but to me, that's how the fish was sound. And it was like, I was like, no way, you can't pop off from there. And as you can see, the rod is pulling, I can't get the fish from around the rock. So I had to get in a better position. And that time the fish is stubborn now. I'm trying my best on it. I caught him from around the rock. And he's a bit tiny. And the fish was like, I was like, no way you're getting away today. I'm working this fish. And the permit is coming in. And it was like, I was like, yep, today is the day you're caught. And I'm working the fish. And it's coming in. And I had the permit right here. And it was like, nearly no way. Come here. I was like, yep, you've been caught. That's exactly how it went down. Thank you. There he is, there on the rock. It's a good fella. Breathtaking scenes and fishing. Alright, trying to get the permit out the sea cliff now. This is the difficult part here. What do we have here? This is the permit I've been speaking of. A massive one indeed. A 19-pound permit. A thing of great beauty. Urchin falcatus. Hermit fish.